Damn.
Did you have one of those like blankies when you were a kid?
I don't think so.
Snuttefilt?
I did not. I don't think that was a thing in Greece.
No, I did.
My kids have it though. Both
yeah?
of them. Yeah. They
Really?
still have it. They look like shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
They're
thing.
very, very, very worn down.
Yeah, I think I had mine until I was like 9 or 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then I burned it. Or like,
Yeah, my daughter still has hers, and she's 10.
there you go.
It
Oh.
looks like it's been around for 10 years.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
With all the vomit and piss and...
Exactly. And with that said, welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast, episode 125 with me, Ilias.
and me, Robert.
And we are totally fried.
Super fried.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
It's the new year when you listen to this, at least.
And we are trying to just survive the last couple of days
Yeah.
until that happens.
Exactly. I've been playing a lot of video games, not sleeping so much, also being with my family.
And I have been sleeping in not sleeping ways with somebody.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff has happened.
Yes. I have a girlfriend now.
So you can stop sending emails
Yes,
to
please.
hello@sketchbookheroes.com asking about Robert.
That is hello@sketchbookheroes.
No, but dude, how has the Christmas weekend been?
It's been good. Like, apart from me working more during my time off than when I'm actually working, because like having to create all the Christmas gifts and making sure everything's like good and ready for Christmas, I guess.
You sound like an elf working at the sort of.
That's what I feel like. That's such a great comparison. Yeah. Yes, but like slavery. Yes, without ownership. Like it's voluntary slavery. I guess it's. Oh man, I hated myself
You're
so much.
both whipping yourself and
Pretty much. Yeah.
doing the work.
Yeah. No, it just felt so unnecessary. Really, like nobody's gonna want this stuff, but I still have to give something because material things and Christmas.
People want.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I mean, when that was all said and done, and I actually got to celebrate Christmas, that was really nice. Like, it actually felt great to be with the family again. We have one of those really traditional type of Christmases with the typical food and watching Donald Duck and all of that stuff, and then the gifts and a lot of booze. And yeah, but it was really, really nice. Like, I think it was a little bit more special this year because of circumstances.
Yeah.
And the fact that I really haven't spent that much time with my parents since like it happened. Yeah. So I've been more with my sister, actually. My parents have been a little bit more, both tired, but also a little bit careful. So whenever I've seen them, it's only been like for an hour or so, and then they've left. So this was really nice. But then I think they were expecting me to stay the next day a little bit more. But I was so hungover that I knew that I'm up on my legs now. If I don't go home,
I will never get there. Yeah.
I have this little time frame before everything's going to start breaking down. So I was just like, hi guys, thanks for yesterday. Goodbye. So yeah, I slept over at my parents' house. But no, all in all, really, really nice Christmas. What about you? What did you guys do?
Same, but we didn't have like most of our family there because I think my parents are basically in the sort of like the risk zone.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't meet them. Yeah, they're old and
fat.
No, yeah, dude.
Same as
basically
mine.
those
Yeah.
things, and also my dad has had, I think, 2 what do you call it? Like heart attacks, not full on, but
What?
those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ages ago now, but he's on medication and stuff, so we keeping it
damn.
safe.
Yeah.
So we it was just like me, my wife, and our kids, and then we had her dad came over with her brother for a quick sort of like little grab a Christmas lunch, give the kids some gifts, and then they left after like 2 to 3 hours.
That's nice,
And that was super nice. And then we just hung out, watched Home Alone, opened some Christmas gifts, like built Legos. You told my wife like that I should look happier while doing it
Yes.
because I was super focused with the Legos.
I just looked at that picture. And I'm like,
that picture was.
I'm like, he's not enjoying himself.
No, we had fun. We had really fun, and we built so much Lego. Like the big one that you got for Dean, and then the big one that we got for Noelia, and then there's another one. Yeah, the Friends one, the big one, and then also we have another Harry Potter one that we didn't buy that he got from his grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have that one as well. So I haven't done that one yet. Because my daughter's, just that one was 500 pages, like with all the different sort of stuff.
God.
And then my son's, and I was like, no, just no. So I have a Harry Potter one to do later.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, gotta love that Lego.
Yes, with Christmas music as well. Like,
that's awesome.
Playing all the time.
So ideal or like iconic.
Yeah, and we've had fun. That's the thing. You know, like I would have personally thought, since being home so much, that would have driven me insane. But it was so good. Like when you don't have to do anything for Christmas, you know, you just wake up. I woke up in a one piece. And I planned it. I was like, I took a shower the day before, put on a one piece. I was like, I'm waking up in this. I'm not going to do anything. We're just going to eat the food. And we've been eating Christmas food for 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
So now everyone's fed up. Except Dean.
That's why I'm super happy that, we don't celebrate at my house.
At your house,
because I just go there and I eat that once.
Yeah.
And that's it. And no big Christmas parties or anything. It's just that one day, which again makes it special. But they fucked up the sausages. God damn it.
God damn it.
Prinskorv.
No, we don't make a lot of that. So
I love Prinskorv. Yeah.
Sausage
Take
food.
that any way you want.
Yeah. But yeah. And then also it snowed on Christmas and also the day after.
How many times has that happened
Never.
in recent history?
Mm-mm.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It was a little bit magical.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
We made a snowman. We went out with the what do you call them? The sleds and stuff.
We wanna build a snowman.
We did, and then he melted the day after. But
flamethrower,
dude, it was so dark as well. Like he just stood there. He was super cute with this little beanie on, and like a
they actually put
scarf.
clothes on.
Yeah, like a scarf and shit. And
that's
then
why it melted. You made him too hot.
Dude,
no, that was.
It was raining the day after, and you just his eyes just fell out when the snow started melting, and everything, his mouth dropped off.
He saw you in your one piece.
Dude, probably. Oh, Father. Yeah, so it was super dark. He died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He died.
He died. So, yeah, it's been really good. And also, every evening I've been playing Cyberpunk.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So just triple win every day.
Mm-hmm. And no sleep.
And no sleep.
Yeah, because my kids are going to bed at 10ish now.
Oh.
So that's too late. So I play to 3 in the morning.
Because you got to get that game on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the latest I've been up, I was like, oh, it's just 12, 13. I'll just finish this mission. And then it's 5:30. I was
oh my God.
Oh, dicks.
I love that though. But you get that anxiety kind of. You're like, oh my God, I wasted so much time. I should have been sleeping 5 hours ago.
And then you wake up an hour later and okay, it's another day. Let's go out and make a snowman. That's what we did basically.
Fantastic. Just ignore it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to sleep the next day.
So maybe. Christmas food and pizzas have been
oh my God, yeah,
the thing this year.
Also, a lot of pizza for me, to be honest.
But it's nice not to go to people's houses and shit.
Yes.
I'm so happy because I hate that about Christmas.
People, yeah.
People,
me too.
And houses. People and houses.
Fucking houses.
Yeah. No, I just I'm so happy we don't have to do shit this year.
So
we could just hang out at home.
Yeah. And
not worry about the split family,
Yeah. And then I escaped reality for the weekend with the new girl. And we just checked into a hotel and had a blast, getting to know each other more or less.
Very nice.
Yes, super, super nice. I am so thankful we got that time, to be honest. It's as much of a vacation you can have these days, but still in Stockholm. So, yeah, fantastic. But that's why I'm super duper mega tired today, because that was this weekend.
I wish I had a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing video games and...
Yeah. No. But yeah, what are we talking about today, dude?
Today we are talking about stuff.
I love stuff. I think that's what we're really good at talking about. So I'm really looking forward to talking about stuff. Stuff.
But to be more specific about stuff, we were thinking about talking how we sort of deal with the fact when you've sort of passed the honeymoon phase with, I guess, art in this case.
Yeah.
But when you get past the point of the fun.
Yeah.
And it's just a chore.
It becomes work.
Yeah, it becomes work again.
Yeah.
Like, how do we personally deal with that fact? And I guess this one thing applies to like all the aspects of life, whether it's a relationship or stuff that you're doing, working out or, whatever. Like at some point it stops being that fun, new, inspirational thing that you loved, and it becomes the thing you have to do or to finish or to, complete or whatever.
The mundaneness.
Yes, when that creeps in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Good. Let's see what we say.
Yeah, see what we say, because we've really talked about this in depth while throwing darts and watching movies.
So much, yes.
And also, if you haven't and you have the time to watch a movie before we get to the retro...
Oh, yeah.
So you should definitely watch Turbo Kid we've mentioned here a long time ago.
Yes.
but
many times.
But many times, yeah.
See, yeah, you've mentioned it. I've only I'm going to see it.
I'm going to see it,
yeah.
So now we did actually end up seeing it.
Yes, so that's the retro.
So if you want to sort of not spoil that, watch that before you listen to the retro part.
Yes.
And also, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Hope you had an awesome New Year thingy-majiggy holiday.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Goddamn.
Yeah. Damn, folks.
Damn. 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope this one is...
less sucky.
Well, yeah, exactly. Cue music. Go, go, go.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
So much good.
And so much back.
Bringing it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the intro song made by our fantabulous musical producer dude who just did it because he's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What's his
Sebastian
name?
of
Double A.
Estonian, apparently.
Yeah, he looks Estonian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looks Estonian.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I tried making a joke out of it. And then nope, it just came out like it is.
2021. Woo! Yes. This is how we kickstart the new year.
With a bad joke that didn't even become a joke, actually. I just said the sentence slower.
Yeah. So
you go. So morons being morons.
Always. So yeah, honeymoon phase is over.
Like this podcast, the honeymoon phase.
The funny moon. I think that's better. Yes, the honeymoon phase.
Honeymoon phase is over.
Yeah. So now we're going into O phase.
Exactly. So now, how do you make things fun? Like, how do you keep finding motivation to do the thing you do?
Sometimes I don't, to be honest. Like now, for instance, I mean, we're still, so obviously we're saying like Happy New Year's and stuff, but it hasn't actually been New Year's for us sitting here because we're speaking to you in the future. So we are in the past. So it's very, very cool, spacey. Yes. But anyways, I still have like a couple of days to finish up the last stuff on the tattoo poster thing that I finished talking about last time, and I said I was never going to talk about it again.
Until it releases.
Until it releases, yes. But with that thing, that is definitely honeymoon phase over now. It's just like, just sit down and work, bitch. Just work. Shut up and work. And what do? I just look at it and then look back at the TV and just try to ignore it. And it's like, hello, Robert. Hey.
Don't look at me.
Come and touch me, Robert. Please.
Touch me.
You know you want to.
Is that the accent of your...
That's what I'm assuming it sounds like. But yeah, no, that is definitely no more honeymoon phase or funny moon phase. Honeyboo phase. Baby.
So tired.
I'm so fucking tired. Why? Again. Like, oh my God.
I remember last time I said, I'm going to sleep next Sunday to Monday. So I'm super rested for the podcast. And now I feel exactly like last time.
Yeah.
Slurring my words like a drunk hobo and just not doing what I said.
Yeah, we're owning it.
Yep.
But
yep.
No. Really it is just sitting my ass down and doing it, and more just trying to imagine myself getting it done and how good that will feel.
Yeah.
And then with this stupid thing, reaping the benefits is going to be in half a year.
That always sucks.
That's even less of a it's going to feel so great when you finish it. It's no. You're not going to even know, or you're going to forget that you have ever even started or did this really cool thing. And probably 100,000 people are going to do this cool thing and release that before I get to show my thing.
Yeah, but also that feeling that you're talking about when you release it and then this might actually be really cool when it gets released. That is such an abstract sort of thing until it actually happens. And that's why I'm always thinking you should always start projects or things that you love doing so that you have multiple, so that they keep happening. You know what I mean? Because that's what keeps it fun. But if you only create the one project that you're working on for way too long,
it's just going to suck you dry of all that happy
but it's
energy. Or
when people don't appreciate you on social media, for example, it's the same thing. You spend a lot of time and then anticlimax, because
big time.
And that's why I think it's more important to create a body of work rather than I'm gonna make this and everyone's gonna get it, because every time I have one of those ideas, they never work. It's more of oh man, I hate this, but this is what I have right now. It's okay.
I can still present this.
I can present this. I won't be happy with it, but I know that people will find some appreciation, but I just can't see it right now. Those pieces always go well.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them.
It's the effortlessness.
But it isn't effortless always. It's just that you put time, work, and it just didn't pan out you planned it. So for you, it's a fail, but they don't see that. They don't have that process behind it. They don't have the expectation. They just that's an actual it's a cool piece, and you know people just love it.
For
some reason.
That is really, it's a very curious thing. Because that is almost always the case.
Yeah, it's very much the case.
Yeah. So
that is science.
Exactly.
I think I know what they never works. But
yeah, exactly. So take that to heart, you dear listener, that what you think matters never fucking matters.
Isn't that a Metallica album?
Probably.
What you think never really fucking
matters. Yeah, nailed it. But yeah, so with you then, honeymoon phasing.
Oh man,
because you're really quick with your stuff.
Right now with that stuff.
And you have been doing that for this full year, more or less.
I did it last year. Yeah, I guess I've been doing it for
almost 2 years then, or 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah. So now you have that kind of in the bag. You are challenging yourself a little bit more, making.
Right now, I've just stopped entirely.
Well, now it's break time.
It's
it's fine. But you've gone from the slightly larger than A5 to A4. You started implementing colors. You're evolving and putting more time into them.
And I feel like I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, that you're fighting yourself here as well.
Yeah.
And the honeymoon phase is definitely over. I feel like I want to draw other stuff because I just go into Pinterest or something and I'm I want to be doing that instead.
Yeah. Oh man.
I want to be
all
doing
the
that.
time.
Yeah.
All
and
the fucking
then
time.
I'm nope, shut them all down.
Exactly.
Shut them all down. I think they are super distracting, and I should focus on this because I think there is a potential in what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but I am being sidetracked by all the cool shit that is out there. But again, that feeling of one person is creating these cool things instead of these were created by thousands and thousands of fucking artists out there with their own unique experiences and stuff, you know. So it's not something I should be pursuing as a sort of like I want to do this thing, as I say, because it is just you're just being bombarded with so much cool shit out there. And if you try to sort of do all of it, you'll have nothing basically. Like it's better to focus on what you do well, and then try to sort of see how that could evolve into something else. You know, like
baby step it.
I guess, exactly, like, and just evolve your
whatever,
or
whatever.
But it is hard, like, and especially when the honeymoon phase is over, because now I have Robert's voice in my head, sort of going, "Oh, you should introduce a new character." Because that's what you told me last time.
That's a good voice.
Yeah, but now I just have it in my head.
And you fucking should.
It's just like so annoying.
But now I'm like...
Because I was like drawing one and I was like, ugh.
Have you tried doing like more advanced stuff? Like... Because now I'm like, well, what if you do like... Because we were talking a little bit about styles before we started. And like, what if you did like a totally different style just to break the mold? Like maybe not go digital, still do it the same way, but like I don't know, Art Nouveau. Like
I hate that style.
Yeah, but
like, I do get what you mean. Like you just chose the one. Like I love it when others do it
because I love Art Nouveau.
But I just don't like it.
No,
like, I don't like all the straight lines and shit. You know, like all this.
But now because you are working more with inks, that's why it popped into my head. Like that could be really. Like, if you did your version of it or something, or you know, whatever.
Yeah, but I do get what you mean. Just try something else with it.
to do something new, and maybe that will fuel that sort of passion.
Maybe.
See, I made it French.
I also Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Is that for like Moose Utakul that follows us, that listens to us?
Yes, only
Ubisoft.
Yeah. and yeah, dude, sorry for the big letdown. He was like, I'm so excited to hear what you guys did over Christmas. I'm like,
we're super sorry. Nothing exciting.
I'm like, yeah, you're gonna enjoy that.
So much Christmas, I did random stuff, very mundane. They swept away. No, we did nothing special.
You're actually rhyming now. That's great. Last time, not so much. He's improving. That means you are more awake today. But yeah, no, like that was just a spontaneous idea of
but it's a good one.
Doing something, breaking the mold.
I did actually bring all my art supplies from upstairs. They are downstairs now.
Because of the kids painting my face?
What? No. Because I want to get my stuff closer to where I actually sit and draw.
All right.
So now they are in the kids' playroom, but it's also just like open a drawer and it's all there. Visible.
Nice. So where do you, is a kitchen table?
Kitchen table.
Yeah.
Like I've tried everything, like having an office or a desk and shit. I always sit in the kitchen or on the couch.
Yeah.
Or on the floor.
For me, couch. Yeah. Like hands down. That also is a reason why it's taken me so long to do the tattoo thing, because this, like I can't move the setup. I can't be in my couch doing it because I need the lighting and I need like the machines, and there's so much around it.
Yeah, the lighting I need to. That's why I'm always like traditional. I need to sit on the kitchen table.
Yeah. And that's something that I've noticed, just to make me feel even older, that my eyesight has become a little bit more fucked, because like the details on this thing is pretty small. And it's very, very dark. And I'm working with just black. So when I go into those small details, like even with my reading glasses on, I still can't see what the fuck I'm doing most of the time. So it's like, it just gets blurred. So
you're gonna get some interesting tattoos in about 10, 15 years.
No, I really need a better light source. That's the thing. But yeah, just like...
Now I know what I should have gotten you for Christmas.
Yeah.
A lamp.
And thanks, by the way.
No worries. I totally forgot that
I got an original
today.
alias for Christmas. So fucking dope. Yes, I know exactly where it's going. On the wall. Not the toilet like you think. Maybe later.
In the toilet.
You know, who knows? Wave 3 of COVID, maybe.
That frame you gave me ruined my toilet.
No. Like lack of toilet paper. You know, it's going to be a tough time.
Well, there is a spring in it, so you could just put that spring in your spring.
That makes no sense at all. But yeah, if you get that joke,
yeah, God damn it, that's Swedish.
feel free to laugh.
God damn it.
Spring in the toilet. Oh, dude.
Spring, come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
Swedes get it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's move on.
You got it. You got it all. All right. Other things of the same type of nature with honeymooning and phasing and over.
And over, yeah.
Yeah. Game
I
over.
don't know.
Man.
Like, I feel
Game
like
over?
I'm doing it all the time. Like, my workouts now are so very much, like, we've been married for 60 years and we're trying to find our way back to each other because, dude, it's like I've never had it so bad with workouts. Like, I work out, but it's not.
You
like,
don't have
it's
that.
not as there's no drive behind it.
Yeah.
So right now I'm thinking of how to sort of kickstart that and trying to find ways. And for me, it's just like I'm trying to think back on how I did it before. And it was just based off of how I live my life. Like I go to work or I go to the gym, I go to work if I'm not dropping kids off, at daycare, or I go at lunch. But with working from home, there is no real, like, I don't travel, I don't go anywhere. There is no momentum carrying you to these things.
No.
So, because before it didn't matter when I trained, as long as I knew I was moving, I might as well move to the gym.
Yeah.
That. And now I don't have any momentum. Like, I'm on my ass, then I go downstairs. That momentum is not good enough to get me to the gym, although the gym is just 5 meters away. It just doesn't have that same thing to it.
But that's actually a really good point. Like, because I draw the parallel to how I work with like my portraits or anything that I do. If I stop, I'm not gonna pick it up the next day and keep going.
Yeah,
I need to keep moving,
keeping on.
Yeah, until it's as done as it can be, or I pass out.
Yeah.
That's how I work.
That's how I work as well.
Yeah.
It sucks.
If I take a break,
much,
that's going to be a pretty long break, probably, unless it's like for a deadline and I really need to keep pushing it.
Yeah.
But no, I'll do like the portrait and then I need to make the next one. I take a break. That's going to be in like 3 weeks, maybe. So that's also something that keeps that fire going. Like, just when you have that momentum going, that fire up the ass, like, or whatever you want to call it, that's something that, you don't get past the honeymoon phase then.
Yeah, but that's what I mean as well. Like, you don't get distracted on your journey from A to B, basically.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens, like, you're drawing your project, then you take a break, you start looking on the internet, you're like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this.
The procrastinating part of it.
Exactly. And then when you get back to your stuff,
you
it's
are
just
ass fucked.
Yeah, because it looks flat, or it just doesn't look as cool as this artist that is way better than you made it look.
You still need that break. And, but those breaks are more like, I'm just going to like go grab a snack and then come back and keep working.
Or just do something, Go work out. Don't look at
have
other
a shit.
Have a shit. Yeah, exactly.
Just, the minimum type of break. But yeah, if I sleep on it, and then go back, it's never the same. And it's going to look so much more like shit most of the time too than that little break. Because if I take that little break, I'm still kind of, in love with it, I guess, if you want to keep that reference going. And I can only see the small stuff that I can easily change.
Yeah.
But as soon as there's a bigger break and I look at it again, it's like, it's shit.
Yeah, but I guess working in games have sort of taught me to sort of like work with that as well. So as long as I don't know, like distractions I think are what I don't need. Like, I can do the leave it overnight and go back to it and then just like, oh shit, I could just redo this and it'll be fine. Even though, I hate parts. And also, I guess working in games has taught me to, like, this is the amount of time that I have to work on this. Yeah. This is as good as I can do on this sort of like with the time that I have, the allotted time that I have for this. So I guess I've learned to let it go when it comes to work, but personal stuff, it's not the same thing.
I mean, with work, it's always you get the reward. You get money for just working on it, and it is work. So,
but that's
it's
another abstract thing as well. When you work at a company, though, like a 40-hour week thing, the money is abstract. You know what I mean? Like money doesn't feel like it comes from drawing.
No,
it just feels.
It just appears.
It appears every month for free, basically.
Yeah.
But you still have to go do the work thing.
Yeah.
So they feel like two different things. I don't know.
But so if I can draw the parallel then to my work, and when I'm working on a bigger project like a full sleeve, and like lining everything up, and you have that in place, then it's all about doing that sort of paint by numbers thing, where you're just slowly but surely filling in shadows or blacks.
Is that fun?
No. That is mundane work.
Yeah.
That is sort of what I'm doing with the poster thing. Because it's like, I just want to get it done, but it just takes so long, and you want to get it smooth, and you still have to put that extreme focus on it, of course, and also, enjoy working on it. Like, you have to make sure that your client is happy, and, all of this stuff. Because for them, I think it's even worse, because they're not really seeing a big progress on it. Like, my now, I can call him friend, I guess, because Frederick, working on him, doing a big sort of dragon and phoenix sleeve.
Damn.
But it's like, we have everything there. We have shaded everything, but it's not 100%. So for him, because he doesn't really see what I need to do, he thinks it's kind of finished. Whereas I'm like, well, it's at least another full day of just smoothing that out, making that more crisp, and then adding like the white highlights and details and this and this and this. And when you start working, there's going to pop, like, more stuff is going to come to your head, and you're like, shit, I need to do that too. So it's probably going to be like a few more hours after this day. And it's just like, it just always takes, well, at least twice the amount of time that you originally think it does, especially with projects like that. And one day I've planned that, we're going to work 6 hours today. That's awesome. I'm going to get all of this done. Then he can only do 3. And you're like,
that is so annoying.
Fuck. And then you're like, okay, so is he going to manage to do 6 hours next time? Or like, there's so many variables that come into play that are so out of my control. Yeah, exactly. Like, so that thing can become really, really frustrating in the long run as well. And then I feel stressed because I feel that he feels that he's paying me a shit ton of money for nothing, more or less. And just hearing him scream, work faster, like, just get it done. Whereas he's actually always super cool. And he was, like, we talked about it last time, and he's like, dude, I never imagined that it was this much of work to make something like... Yeah. Because it looks simple enough when you just see the finished piece.
I'm like, no.
But it's just like, but that's, like, I didn't think about actually drawing that parallel, but that's also the same thing. Like, the honeymoon is, the initial phase of starting the project, putting all the pieces in place on the arm. And we are starting his other arm as soon as we're done with this one.
With this one?
So we're just transferring over to the next one.
What does he do for work? Because I'm like,
he works at King.
Oh, never mind. What is his last name then? We can take that off the air, actually. Yeah. What's his last name?
I think he started after you quit, so he's kind of new. Okay. But maybe he knows Maddie. Like, maybe. No, he's super awesome. Like, really, really cool guy. I think he's 1 year older than us, so we have a lot of like similar interests. And he's just a cool dude. Cool dude.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's where he gets his money.
So, that's why I'm not ashamed to take it. Like, thank you, King.
Thank you, King. Fuck you, King.
Exactly. But, that's just one of the multitude of big things. Again, and you can't really, like, I haven't posted his sleeve because it's not finished. It's the same deal there. Yeah. Like, if I finish a part of it and I can photograph that nicely, that might show up in the story, But I'm like, I need to finish it. It needs to be perfect. And then I can think about taking the photos, and then I can publish it, and then maybe start getting more of that type of work. Because, like, I haven't done that many full sleeves, because that's not my forte. I am more of the finish it in one sitting type of dude.
Yeah, but it feels like that would be your thing because you love the poster thing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that the arm could be like your arm, like the one Nelson did on you with Spider-Man and all your like.
I mean, I laid it out
thing.
first, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that that's a great way to sort of like posterize, all your favorite things into one arm.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do that, and I'm like, patchwork is something that is becoming more of a thing where it's like, a multitude of small things that become a full sleeve.
Yeah.
But more like random stuff. But then people are actually planning a full sleeve with that. But it needs to look random, but also work in a sleeve. So it's like, it's a very unique style, I guess. But yeah, so I'm getting a project like that coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah, like small fun things in the works. And speaking of work, I don't know if I said this last time, but the whole Denmark thing got canceled. Did I say that?
Don't remember because super tired because I don't even remember our conversation until I listened to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, shit.
I edited it and I still don't remember what the fuck we talked about. Yeah, no.
So don't ask me. Ask our listeners.
Okay. But in case you missed it, I was supposed to go to Denmark the last 2 weeks of January to do like a guest spot in a tattoo shop in Aarhus. But because of, again, COVID, because like just
that's what COVID does.
A little friendly reminder that just because 2020 is over, I'm still here, bitches. So yeah, that got canceled. So now like the one thing that I had to look forward to is fucked.
Yeah,
and
that sucks.
So that sucks. But then also like now I have 2 weeks of no work, and that panic sets in, and that sucks. So yeah, this year is starting out great. So happy, so happy.
We're gonna fix it, dude. We're gonna get you some clients.
I am also actually starting to think about selling off some of my Lego stuff. Like it's starting to come to that. Like just to, I need to build some funds again.
Yeah,
it
sucks not having anything in your savings. To keep you, like enough money to keep you sort of floating.
Yeah, exactly. Like no, this month to pay both my rents, I had to pretty much empty out my savings account. No. So that was not a fun time.
Dude,
so
I mentally panicked when that happened to me. For the first time in I think like 7 years, I had no savings. And I was like, how did I live like an animal?
Exactly. But then you think about like, well, when we were younger, we'd never had money. And we made it somehow anyway.
I know. But that's what I mean. Like, it must have been so fucking stressful. And it was at times. But still, like, it's so nice to have savings.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying that you should sit on every dollar that you make.
No.
But it's nice to have something on that. When shit starts hitting the fan, it's nice to just have some money.
Yes. A little bit of something to sort of lean back on.
Exactly, something to like dry your tears with.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you're out of toilet paper, you could always wipe your ass.
Yeah, there's
with
always
that extra
that. There's always that. But yeah. So like 2021, I guess. Yeah, awesome. This is the year.
This is the year, dude.
Hobo year.
Just start opening up your calendar, telling people, I need you.
I need you.
I need to prick you.
I need all of you.
You pricks.
No. I will be the prick.
I will be prick. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
But also, I'm thinking back to your sort of like that big poster piece.
Yeah.
Dude, that must have had...
Oh, that was the worst thing ever.
That's what I mean. Like, it must have had like so many honeymoon phases. Like, oh shit, yeah, I know exactly what to do. And then, you get to the point where you just don't want to ruin it, or you just don't know if your idea will be fine. Yeah. And you just start, slowing everything down.
That's pretty much what happened. Yeah. But also like, during that process, I did reinvent some of the stuff in the poster, or like put new things in, and like you get these sort of realizations or something like, ooh, that would look really cool. Like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And that becomes like the new spark in the boring shit phase.
Yeah.
So like there was a couple of those, But seriously, because it did take so long and the areas were so big to fill, that was just...
Did that mess up your, like, oh, I'm just going to do this little thing and then I'm going to move on. And then that just took 6 hours.
Yeah. That's
like
exactly
that
like, I'm just going to do this mission in the game.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Because I'm like, no, I'm just going to finish Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
And then like 6 hours later, when I
you're
thought it
still
was like
fucking like
an hour.
just running out of ink and just trying to sort of like shade it. Yeah.
Yep, that was it. And or even just a part of Kurt Russell.
But that's what I was going for. Like,
because it's just like, because it's such a big area, and also the cardboard isn't exactly, it doesn't smooth out stuff as much, so it got very sort of choppy. And because of the fucking pen running out of ink all the time as well, it became even more choppy. Yeah. So it's like so frustrating having to like, first, I do the color tone that I want. That becomes super choppy. Then I have to go over that with like a 01 or a 00 just to try and smooth that out. But that also dries up like that marker.
Fast. Yeah.
So I need to refill it and, come on, like just get it smooth-ish, and then when that's sort of smooth-ish, you go over it again with the same sort of, if it was 05 or whatever, and try to get it like a little bit smoother. So it's just over and over and over and over. And
then you're like, perfect, and then it dries and light and gets like lighter than you expected. Yeah. And you're like, motherfucker, I have to do all of it like with a darker tone.
Yeah. That was the thing. When I was done with the poster, I still had to do the poster again. Yeah. And then came like, oh no, I'm going to do the red background after all of that.
After all of that, yeah.
And that was, again, like, if you haven't heard the full series of this story, but just like, oh, how sweaty I was when it was time to like start masking it and spray painting the red. Yeah. Because it's like, the smallest little mistake now. This is months of work, all in the pooper. Yeah. But thankfully, the art gods were with me that day, and it all worked out. Dude. Yeah.
I don't think I've worked on anything for that long.
No, and that's 2020 has been that year. Everything I've worked on has been sort of
super slow.
Yeah, just taking forever. It feels like I've done 3 pieces this year. That's it. Like,
I kind of like the pieces that you did spend time on, though.
Yeah, well, that's always something.
Because I don't have the expectation. No, but I don't have the expectation. I mean,
no, thanks, man. But it's I only see the mistakes. I'm again never
how it works.
Never happy. But I did learn so much from doing all of this. For one, never do it again. No. So I'm super interested in seeing how, like, after these, because now there's one deadline that's coming up, or just came up actually for you guys listening. So New Year's Eve is the deadline for one poster that I have been working on, I did that in one day because, I wanted to get that just out. But, that's one of those, like, maybe it gets chosen to be in this cool art book, and maybe that becomes something. Like, so there's I don't know, sparks of stuff that might catch into a flame of some sort. So, like, a little bit of interesting times, and if all of this lands right, then I might actually become like a legit poster artist.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool, because that is like the last of my life goals. That's the only one thing that I have left, apart from of course writing the movie and actually doing that shit.
No, I think I have a lot more than I think I do.
Yeah, there's always more.
But I think it's circumstantial.
Yeah, circumcised.
Circumcised, that's exactly the word I was going for. Thank you for correcting me.
There you go. Yes,
it is keeping me on track. But
snip.
Jesus Christ.
No, he wasn't circumcised.
No, he wasn't circumcised.
Or was he?
Was he? I don't know. I don't care.
I never sucked his dick.
What?
Did I say I was tired?
Did I tell you guys I've not been getting a lot of sleep?
Oh my God.
I don't know what
Yeah. Sorry
Cool,
for
cool.
offending all you Jesus fanatics out there.
Fanatics.
Yeah.
But I had a point that I was making before I got circumcised by Robert.
Yes, it's all circumcised.
Shit. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but yeah. Okay. I probably have a lot more goals that are circumcised. Just like, yeah, circumstantial. God damn it.
Straight circle.
Straight circle, indeed. But I guess the ones that I do have though are working for myself, finding a way to do that so that I can spend more time on personal work, and I also want to start painting. So,
but like, do you have as a goal for yourself, like in the back of your head, to be like actually make your own game? Like,
no, I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't want to make games. That's not my jam.
No, okay.
Like, I work in the game industry.
Yeah.
I love playing games.
But because you are going to have that toolbox, more or less.
I know.
Like, I
And
mean,
I
maybe
think
not the programming part, but
no. But I don't think that's for me.
No.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I'm more of, I just want to do cool shit.
Yeah, but I mean, that is cool shit.
Oh, it is definitely cool shit, but I don't like the amount of investment and how the game industry sort of, like how that whole thing works. You know?
I mean, the indie game industry.
Sure.
So, I mean, like,
But it's
I don't know.
very saturated market, and to make it on my own, I would need to be poor to do it. No, I just mean that I wouldn't earn any money if I want to do it the way that I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get investors involved because investors are dumbasses.
And they will fuck everything for you. Yes.
Exactly. When you stop delivering on, whatever it is, you can't like, oh shit, that didn't work out as we planned.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, well, now we're losing money and we want you to do this or do it the way that you have, like release it anyway or something like that. I don't want that.
No.
I don't want anyone outside of what I do to tell me how to do it. And I totally get it. If you've taken their money.
It kind of goes against the whole indie idea of the game.
But there are a lot of companies that, small companies that get, funding from bigger companies. And I don't want to go that route.
No.
Where they just, well, here are 10 millions to get you started.
If you're stuck in your mother's basement doing this, then,
Oh, I'm not against
getting
people
10
doing
million
it.
is happy days,
But I'm just saying that that's not the way I want to do my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to be able to tell me how to do it.
Yeah.
Especially if they're not passionate about it. They're seeing sort of, it's like when I worked at King and they, they became part of the stock market and all that.
Yeah.
And then
it was all about money.
And then they have stakeholders and, like return investments and blah, 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 blah. It's not great. It's not a fun environment to work with because now you're not just creating, like you're not using your passion for games to make money. Now you also have to pay people back basically or
Yeah, you have stakes.
Yeah.
In your stakeholders, I guess. Yeah.
It's just not a fun way of doing things.
No. And that's again
you stress about the money and then, you lose
honeymoon
sight of
phase over.
Yeah.
Big time. But no, I was just curious, like if that was somewhere in your head at all. But okay.
No, I just want to find something that I can live off of with what I do.
Yeah.
Whether it's, talking like we do live or drawing while talking like we do now or, doing one-offs for commercial stuff, stuff that I like.
Know what I realized?
No.
Something that we should bring back because I don't know if that's a thing anymore. But
cocaine. Yo.
No, but that's always a thing. No, but those books with audiobooks, like listening to a story while
those things we listened to as kids.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
When you hear that sound. Yeah.
It's time to change.
Turn the page.
Yeah. Because that might be a cool thing for you, combining your nonstop babbling with your awesome artwork. Like, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm putting it out there. Let's
let it fester.
Exactly. Yes, fester. Exactly.
That's the word.
Yes, or yasa, whatever that is. Like, what's the word for yasa
in English?
Yeah.
To
yeast.
Yeah,
no?
I don't know. What is it called when bread dough sort of you just leave it there to sort of
grows?
Yeah. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, but that
breading.
Yeah, let's call it breading. Yeah. Just made you bread.
Breading. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
But okay, so methods that we use to sort of get us out of the honeymoon phase.
Well, I try not to get out of the honeymoon phase. I'm trying to stay in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
No, it's.
But for the times where you find yourself sort of there.
For me, I think end goal, like really seeing the, like in my head, picturing it finished and maybe even actually seeing the next thing. Sometimes that can work both ways, really. Sometimes you get sidetracked and you really just want to start the next one, but sometimes it's also like, oh, I just want to get this done so I can start that thing. Like, it doesn't make me more sloppy or anything like that, but it's just more of again the carrot that I keep bringing up at times. Just this little dangling carrot right there, and
so you're really into carrots.
Not that much, actually. More pickles.
Oh, yeah. Pickles is your jam.
I fucking love salty pickles.
Robert was super upset when he didn't get a pickle for his
I haven't
burger.
gotten pickles forever now.
That is true.
I'm so disappointed.
What is that?
Why do we even keep going there?
Yeah, I don't know. That is actually fucking true. I'll bring it up with her.
Yeah.
Lady Nameless.
Lady Nameless, yeah.
Because we've talked to her for too long to ask her name.
Yeah.
Why haven't we asked her name?
We have. That's the thing. That's why
I don't
we haven't
remember
asked. Exactly.
That we asked her name.
Oh, yeah.
Not that she told us and we forgot. I just don't remember the asking part.
Yeah. No, I remember the asking part, but not the answer. That
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, little lady in the...
Yeah, trying to like listen to her conversations next time. Like,
Yeah.
With no one, because we're the only people there.
We'll get it.
Someday.
Someday.
Lady that worked here, we'll do that on Monday next week when we have the stand-in.
Perfect. That's so good.
And she's like, oh, her name is Sarah, Cindy, Sandra.
Yeah, and then we come in the next day and we're like, hey, Sarah. And she's like,
that's
who
not
the
my
fuck,
name.
Sarah?
Yeah. Oh, that would suck so much.
Yeah, that would suck. They would spit in our burgers.
Yep. But she looks like a Naren because I'm guessing where she comes from, and then I'm applying a name to that because of my old neighbors.
Racist. Yeah.
Yes.
So what about you with honeymoon?
How do I get
keeping it going? I guess.
Well, I guess the ink stuff just speaks for itself. It just gets finished, and I move on.
You start it.
They're
and finish
very, very quick.
Yeah, but like thinking back to more bigger pieces, that's taken you longer to do.
I guess the reason why I sort of get stuck is because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing most of the time.
Yeah.
That is one of my biggest problems with a lot of work that I do.
That's a great point. Yeah.
I think I fuck myself over by not using reference for like sometimes, or not establishing a perspective.
Yeah.
In some more complex pieces, and then when I get to that part, I get stressed over the fact that I don't know what I'm doing without actually ever thinking about not knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it just grinds to a halt, and then I just don't want to like it's calling you, but you just don't want to face that truth right now. Yeah. But it really does help, especially digital work, for example, when I just create a layer on top of what I'm doing. And then just like sometimes I just slap like a light gray on it and then pull down the opacity so it just covers my image, but I can still see it, but a bit more dimmed down. And then I just start sketching stuff, supporting stuff on top of that, and then use that when I paint the rest of the stuff. And then it kind of puts it, without being a pun, but working, into perspective. You put stuff into perspective. And that really helps me sort of move on. Yeah. Or sometimes just creating a layer on top of something and then just start painting and trying to figure it out, or using reference, of myself. And then just because then it becomes fun again because I'm starting to understand.
And you're doing something new.
And I'm doing something new with it. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
And that's why it's fun to revisit some of these painted the ink sketches. I hated them in their black and white. So I was like, I'll just paint over them. And then you're bringing the fun back to that piece that you hated, because now you can sort of do stuff to it and bring an atmosphere that you failed entirely to bring when it was just in ink. So I guess not being afraid to ruin them
Yeah, it's like bringing in the, another girl into the relationship.
What?
Yeah,
That's
spice it up a bit.
spice it. Hey, honey, look what I did.
She's Latino. No, I don't know. Yeah,
What?
that was so bad.
Latina.
Latina. That's what. Yeah, that made it so.
And
much
then they
better.
both kill you because you're an asshole.
Yeah, and start dating each other.
I actually explained the term asshole to my kids because they asked. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Nice. How did that go?
I was like, when you did this? They were like, yeah. You were an asshole. Because I was like, did anyone like when you did this? They were like, no. Then you're considered an asshole.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Parenting done right. It was fun, though.
Father of the year.
Father of the year, indeed.
Awesome. Yeah.
But it's so much easier to put it into context then.
Yeah. That is.
Because at first I was like, when you do something, and then like, no. And then I just found something where I told them to stop something, and they were just mean, and I was like, you were an asshole.
Nice. Now you get put.
And then she was like,
yeah. For 5 days. Maybe get water. Yeah. Yeah. Harry Potter style.
But yeah, I think just like not being afraid to ruin your work is the first thing.
That's why digital is happy.
So
safety.
fucking yeah. Unless you have like a super old iPad and you can only create one layer or two.
But you can also, like, if you're working traditionally, take a photograph and put that into the iPad if you have that option, because that's another way of just going bananas and experimenting.
Yes, and I think you showed me on your Tango and Cash piece that you added the red stuff and you tried some different versions and stuff. So that is definitely a really good tip.
Because that way I could, you don't have to try to picture it in your head. It's there. So you really see that, that actually looks kind of cool. But then, I mean, it's never the same. So
No, it isn't. Another tip, the way that I do the same thing is that I sometimes have like a piece of paper or the same type of paper on the side so that I can try what I'm going to do on the original on the... Like, for example, I was drawing this. I have this art trade with Cerdito de Guinera that also drew the chick from Turbo Kid for me. Like, that was the inspiration when he asked, like, I'll draw you something. What do you want? And I said, I want something that reminds me of Apple from Turbo Kid.
Awesome.
And he drew me this girl with Nintendo stuff on her. And I drew him this lady that he wanted from, like, he saw this piece of a lady that wore a robe with like patches on it, like different patches that I found that I painted from like a reference on Pinterest. We don't need those stinky patches. So he wanted something like that. And what I did was like I had the initial sketch, but I didn't really know how to solve the clothing stuff. And then, I was like, the fun was running out of this project. Yeah. Because he already finished it and sent it to my home, and I had gotten the sketch done. And then I was like, okay, I need to make this fun. So I started like drawing on the side, like on like Post-it pieces. And then I just drew like the patterns for the clothes. And then I could just hold them close to the original.
So you drew clothes that you could hold close to the clothes.
To the clothes. So I just drew these little patches of patterns. And I was like, okay, I can recreate these without a problem. They don't need to be symmetrical or anything. I'll just like green this way. And then, like lines the other way. And it just worked. And I had a pattern that I could work with. Nice. So I added that. And then I was like, okay, now I need gold. Now I want blues. And it just worked. So like trying to find ways to attack your work from a different angle. So ask a friend, like, how would you do this? How would you solve this? And then just try that idea, even if you don't understand or believe it.
But just to
try it out. Yeah, just try something different out. Like, I think...
This is something that I say, but I never do myself, just so you know. Like,
but you've done it a lot with these, like, long pieces. You've asked me for advice. Yeah. You've sent me screenshots. You've sent me your digital compositions.
That's procrastinating, at least.
Yeah, I know. But it does still
help.
Give ideas. Yeah. And kind of like when Orlando told you to like, why don't you just combine posters and tattooing? Yeah. Like sometimes hearing it from someone else is the way.
Yeah. That is the way.
Because your draw more characters or new characters and stuff is haunting me. So I've been procrastinating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and it is a good thing because now it's someone else's voice sort of telling me or confirming what I know but not doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this whole podcast is. We're telling you shit you already know. But, you know, coming from us and not yourself sometimes just drives the nail home.
Yeah. Or hopefully. I mean,
Hopefully.
that is...
I think it's a hit and miss.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's the cool thing about this podcast is when you guys reach out and you're like, oh, that's what you got from that episode. I remember dick, shit, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, that was like 2 seconds. You got a lot from those 2 seconds. And then the rest of it was just, you know, circumcisions and circumstantial stuff.
No, just circumcised.
Just circumcised.
Yeah, and Jesus.
And offending, you know, like one of the biggest religions out there.
Who cares about religion these days?
When you got cocaine.
That's it. Now that's a religion. Yeah.
But yeah. I guess the bottom line of this topic is just try to remember why you did this piece. What was the sort of like your drive for doing it? Like, what is the passion behind it? You know what I mean? Like, where is it going? Like you said, the end goal might be super awesome.
Yeah. You got to keep that in your head. You got to see that silver lining, so to speak.
Or have several pieces.
Yeah, or
going,
that actually.
So you can jump back and forth. Because, you know, you
if
do
you
get
work
tired.
well that way, then go for it. But like I said, I don't think I could ever.
I'm not that good at that either.
Because they would just be like lying there.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'm a sucker for going back on old art and like building up.
I wish I was. Like because you've said that so many times, and I'm like, that sounds so much fun, or like so much fun, but I just can't fucking do it. Yeah.
Because some of my portraits that are doing well on Instagram, for example, is just old portraits that I never finished. You know, like I'm just sitting there drawing and I'm just erasing, and I'm just like, I'll just grab something that's somewhat there. I don't have to like it. I just need to see a potential in it, and then I can redraw it. Like, I basically just paint over the whole thing. Yeah. Like, if I showed them side by side, you'd be like, that's not the same thing. And it isn't. It just isn't white. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a white page. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like the approach as well that some people do, where they just grab random photos with colors, or I like the shapes on that. They just bash them together, and it looks like abstract. And then they start making backgrounds out of that, landscapes.
Oh, yeah.
That's so genius, cool. Yeah. So whatever fucking floats your boat, or, you know, just try to find the fun in it, but it's not always going to be there to support you, you know.
No. Again, easy to talk about, not easy to implement.
And it isn't, and you shouldn't feel too bad about it, you know.
We all go through these sort of patches of time, I guess, just speaking about patches. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, there's going to be ups and downs always. That's a part of the gig. Mm.
And I guess with experience, that'll sort of, like, you'll get better at it.
Exactly.
Like, handling it. But I think it's...
Learning to anticipate it, I guess, also. Like, yeah. For me, it's like, I just know it's there, so I just work through it.
Yeah, like, same. Like, but I think the breaks, you taking a break sometimes, like, I think that not stressing about it, if you can learn that as early on as possible... This all passes. Yeah. Like, happy you will days. Never have those, like, huge art blocks, or, you know, where the non-honeymoon phase is a problem. You just like, okay, right now I'm not feeling this. And I don't have a deadline for this. I'll play some video games. I'll hang out with friends and then go back to this with, you know, like a new... like
the new spark.
Exactly.
Yeah. A new piece of happy. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I have. Like, I have no solution, no real solution. Like, it's also, like, but I mean, it's on such a personal level. Like, if you're super self-critical and blah, 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 this might affect you a lot. Yeah. Whereas you and me, we've sort of done this dance so many times. So, you know, there's a down and then an up and a down and an up. Yeah. You know, and then, you know, where you are in life sort of, dictates how big the up and down is, basically.
Yeah, that's a great point, too. But, yeah, just know that with every down, there is an up. And exactly. Also the counter to that. So just, be ready for it and then embrace it. And with that said, I think let's move on. We can just fucking go home and sleep.
Exactly. Because, oh, man, I have such a headache. But, yeah, I'm super stoked. Move on. Cool sound effects. Not feeling it.
No. Yeah, neither did I. No. Any tools?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I haven't drawn.
You found an old Purpurs.
But I did find an old Purpur. So let's talk about Purpurs for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
This is the last Purpurs with the original paper in it.
That sounds like an epic type of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last
And
Purpose.
Such a great. That's
Right?
gonna be the movie about me. The
That's
last
actually
Purpur.
like
It's
it
like
is kind
he's
of-
cleaning out his tools. An old Purpurs. The end.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
that
thought-
was basically it.
I actually like meant it. I think it is a cool sounding name, like the last Purpose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use it in something.
Cool.
Actually, I am gonna use it. That's the new name of my story for now. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome.
You're welcome.
So moving
So
on.
use everything as a tool if you are a tool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Retro. Trying to make sounds that I don't feel like making because I am tired. Hey,
But still doing it for some reason.
podcast sketching heroes.
Beatbox sound. Pang, paka, pong, paka, pang, paka, Swedish sound.
Making
Swinga,
sound.
swinga, heya,
Wow,
heya,
you sounded
swinga,
super Swedish suddenly.
Yeah, I know.
that
That's
is
I
fucking.
that is
That was
tired.
even weird for me.
That is
No,
tired brain kicking in. Like when you lose your American accent,
You
know
lose
that
your
you're tired.
American accent.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Okay,
my God.
so this retro we'll be talking about Turbo Kid because I think that's the only thing I've seen.
I saw Mandy, the Nicolas Cage.
Is that
movie.
the follow-up on Mando? Mandalorian
kind of?
sister, Mandy.
No, this has been a movie that a lot of our listeners have wanted me to see, and
They
a
have?
lot of my tattoo clients have wanted me to see.
What is Mandy?
So Mandy is, how do you explain Mandy? It is like one of the most unique type of movies that I've ever seen, I think. I explain it like, because I haven't really done acid. I haven't been like on a full acid or LSD trip. But
Yes,
seeing
right.
this movie is like being on an acid trip. It is so fucking weird.
I don't even recognize the movie.
It's amazing. Like, it's definitely not for everyone. This is a hit or miss big time. But again, like the way I normally see the movies, you know, you have to sort of just embrace the weirdness of
Oh,
it.
it's
or like
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like it's a love story at the core of it.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic love story. So he loses his sort of wife to a gang of, like a biker gang from hell, more or less. It's super, super trippy. But so he sets out on like this full-on kill revenge rampage thing.
Mm-hmm.
Acid trip. So there's like a little bit of 2D animation in it. There's like so many weird filters and shit going on, and like the soundtrack is so cool.
What kind of genre is it?
Horror action, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's very gory. And
Some Greek dude directed it.
yeah, he's apparently like kind of big in that whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think it got like a 4-minute standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival and stuff. So it's very unique. Again, like that is the key word here. But I did enjoy it. Like,
How is the cinematography? Is it like nicely made, or
Yeah.
do you feel the budget? Or
you kind of feel the budget too, but it is nicely made for what it is as well. So
consistent? Then.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Nicolas Cage in this is really fucking good. Like, he's really flipped out the last couple of years.
Dude, he's so up and down.
Yeah, but I think he's just having fun. You know?
I think so too.
But
I think
with
he's-
this is like a proper Nicolas Cage acting performance. Like, if it was slightly higher budget, I would definitely see it being
Do you
more
know
of
what
an
the
Oscar
budget for
thing.
this was?
No,
A lot.
9 million. Is that it?
I thought it was more. Let's see here. It was. Oh shit! No, it was 6 million. Okay, I thought it
okay.
was more.
Yeah.
I read another zero there.
Yeah.
I was like, that is.
No,
a
but they
lot.
did a lot with it, and there's a lot of like effects and
Mhm.
stuff, and it's all practical more or less, even if
Ah,
you have
cool.
all of
Yeah,
these things.
supporting. Yeah.
But dude, such a fun ride. It's again, it'd be interesting to see what you think of it. But I think it's more of a movie.
Where is it? Can I?
I have it on DVD.
Oh,
like I bought it a long time ago. I just totally forgot I had it. But I think it's more of a movie that you and me together, like you would enjoy it more with me.
In company.
Yeah, yeah.
There is that genre as well.
Yes, yes. But yeah, just finally saw that. And then, like, I guess that's the only sort of new one, apart from the new Disney, Soul.
Oh, yeah, shit. Totally didn't see that.
I don't really have much to say about Soul, to be honest. It's another Pixar classic type. It feels like pretty much the same as their latest couple of movies, like Inside Out and all of that. It's a lot to do about, like, you know, sort of inside your head or your soul in this case. Like, that it's okay to feel and just, you know, live instead of having to do things, you know, just enjoy life, blah, blah, blah. You know, message type movie.
Yeah. But that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like, it has a strong message.
But it's very well made. Like, I love the way it's rendered. Like, the soul sort of cartoony part is a little too cutesy. But, like, when they're in the real world and walking around, like, I really love that style. And the textures and stuff is crazy good. But, you know, all in all, it's a good movie. It's nothing super duper special. I'm not really going to remember it all that much, like in a couple of weeks. But
it's like Inside Out.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't
like,
really remember
I don't
that,
remember
that
shit.
much.
Yeah.
It's exactly
But the
like
message, even in that one, is like, it's very clear.
Yeah,
and
that you remember.
Yeah.
You know. And yeah, I mean, I shed a tear or two at the end of this one as well. Like, it was very nice. I kind of liked the message, but yeah, you know.
By the way, have you seen the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes, but not the full movie, actually.
Oh, shit, you should really watch that. That's a really good movie. Like, sci-fi love.
I know. Like,
oh, man, that movie was so, like, it's slow, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, like, nothing happens in this movie.
No. But you've seen Black Mirror, right? Most of it? No? No. Okay.
I kind of, like, it doesn't work for me. Like,
because
some episodes work, and then the rest are just like, eh.
Because there's one episode that is very much like that story, and I kind of preferred that. Like, I don't know. That made me enjoy the Black Mirror one more than the Joaquin one. But I have it on DVD, and I really want to actually finish it. So I will do that at some point. So thanks for reminding me. But yeah, did you see it recently? Is that
no. I just thought about it because now that we're sitting here, we talked about Joaquin Phoenix, you know, the Joker, all this stuff.
Yeah.
You were never really there, that movie, and now I thought of.
Yes. So he has he's had a good streak of movies.
But he's really good at just acting the movies. That's what I mean. Like, you don't need a lot to happen.
No, he can carry the whole thing.
He can just carry the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's such a, and what I was getting at was that he's such a different character in that one compared to, like, the Joker and You Were Never Really There.
I was never really here.
I was, whatever it was called. But he's just so different. Yeah. He's so scrawny in Her. And then, you know, in that one, he's so big. Yeah. Like, it doesn't feel like the same, like, it's his bigger brother, basically. You know what I mean? And he's so ruined. Like, and then the Joker is just something like totally different.
I'm sure he's ruined his body so much that can't be healthy. Like, doing it as much as he has lately. But
but damn, he's good. He's really good. And if you haven't seen Her, it's basically a guy falling in love with an artificial sort of with Siri basically, and then just watch it. It's fucking weird and good.
Yeah. It's worth watching.
It gets you in a weird mindset as well. It's that type of movie that kind of.
But, you know, you can definitely understand it, too.
Yeah, right? Oh, dude, yes. Yeah. In that world as well, where he lives, it makes even more sense.
I also saw Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Cool. But, like, while working on all the Christmas stuff. But fuck, that is such a good movie still. And, like, okay, some of the special effects don't really hold up. But
sure, but it's like...
For when it was made and how they did it. And it's so cool because you can really see it progress throughout the movie as well. So I think they shot it very chronologically, the way the movie progresses. So towards the end, you have so much more special effects happening with, like, you know, when he gets stabbed with a metal rod, and then that turns in, like, he gets the rod into his stomach, that turns into his hands holding the rod, and he morphs like out of like they get really creative with all that stuff, whereas in the beginning it's just him like melting and not melting, like so. But again, like, you have Arnold Schwarzenegger that has actually learned how to act, even though he's like just this robot dude.
But it works.
You have I don't remember her name, but Sarah Connor, that has gone from this sort of helpless female character in the first Terminator just needing to be saved to this badass, like, buff, kill everybody type of like, I was gonna say dude, but dudette. And just like, there's so many cool things. And Edward Furlong's first movie appearance, like, ever.
And then it was downhill.
And then it was downhill.
And then he was in Arachnoquake. Yeah, of course, that one.
Yeah,
and then Arachnoquake,
which still is awesome. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen Terminator 2 Judgment Day, you have to see it. It is like part of, the top 10 movies.
But it's also like, it set the path for a lot of movies that followed.
Yes.
Like, damn.
And all the shitty sequels to Terminator as well.
Of course.
I still haven't seen the latest one.
Dude, I've not seen anything past T2.
What?
I
Really?
think I saw part of whatever the fuck followed.
Terminator 3?
Yes, but I don't remember it.
Then
Which one is the one? Is it the fourth one with
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But that's like, it's just sort of a reboot-ish. It's like Terminator Salvation, right? Yeah. So it's not like Terminator 4. It's just like a new.
No, I know. It's a spin-off.
But I kind of liked that one at least when it came out. I haven't seen that.
I saw part of it. I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's like the Alien, like, stuff that they've done with the Predator as well.
Yeah.
It's just like,
No. There was something that happened after, like, I guess, late 80s.
What was the third one?
That was with wasn't that with the female version of the Terminator?
Shit, that was it. Yes, that one I have seen a lot of.
Yeah.
And then I was like, pass. Because there were commercials, and I just, after that second commercial.
Just, like, I know I've
she
seen
was
it,
in
but
Mortal Kombat Annihilation, that lady that plays Kristana Loken, like that Danish chick.
Really?
Yeah, she's like a model of some type, and she was in Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was like one of those ninja chicks.
Oh yeah.
So she was in this one.
Nice.
And they were like, she's going to be the female T-1000 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I remember that.
I don't remember it sucking, but I don't remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I remember nothing of it.
So, yeah.
Like, I remember like seeing a lot of it. Both, the trailers and the movie, and trying to think of what happened, blank.
Yeah, there you go. I remember like Arnold carrying a casket on his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Like, I remember her chasing, like jumping on trucks or shit. Like, they're running like on the highway or something. Yeah. Something.
The crane through the building.
Dude, I don't remember shit. Like, that's like, it's so fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like, if you hadn't mentioned her, like a female Terminator, I would not have.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just like the earliest I remember is Christian Bale in Salvation.
But I also did see the sequel to one of the worst movies ever made, 50 Shades Darker.
I haven't seen or read the books.
Well, don't. I think that's the biggest recommendation I can give you. Yeah, not such a good sequel.
To a not so good movie.
It was better than the first one. But,
what?
But it's still so bad. Like, it's, cringy bad. When you're just sitting there like, ooh.
We are acting. We should bang.
Yeah, more or less.
Yo.
But there's a hell of a lot more boobs in this one, which is nice. Like,
yeah, if you're going to suffer through it.
It's two beautiful people throughout the whole movie. So it's like, you're going to be entertained. And, for the purpose of maybe, you don't want to watch porn, but you want to spice up your, marriage a bit.
So you watch a movie with a bad plot.
Yeah, because
No,
I
just
mean,
kidding. I have no idea what it's
your wife will most likely enjoy it in some way, and you will enjoy the benefits of her having seen the movie. That's almost a guarantee.
Worst
Yeah.
relationship advice I've ever heard.
There you go. But it's
and
true.
with that said,
Let's move into the good
let's
stuff.
go into the good stuff. So
Yeah.
we could make that a standing segment where Robert gives you like some advice, some movie tips to spice up your life.
Exactly. How to not stay single.
We'll call it Spice Up Your Life. We'll
Yeah.
have that little
No. Spice up your life. Oh, don't bring the Spice Girls into
Oh
this.
my God.
Oh,
yeah, they
that's-
did nothing wrong except exist. So
I fucking love the Spice Girls. They
Sure.
were like the biggest part of my life ever.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And with that said, Turbo Kid.
Turbo Kid. Yeah. So you recommended this movie
Years ago.
years and years and years ago.
On the
like,
first season of the
probably
podcast.
over 100 episodes ago.
Yes.
Yes. It's pretty cool that we can say that.
Mhm.
And I was like, yes. And then because I got it confused with like the Shark Boy volcano lava girl
Oh,
thing.
shit.
So I thought
Okay.
it was like one of those. But
No.
because like you have kids and you probably saw it with your kids is what I thought. Because you only recommended the movie. You didn't really talk about it being as brutal as it was.
I don't remember.
and
We
all
should
this.
find that episode.
Yeah.
And no, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I said about it.
Or maybe I
thought
just
it was
sort
an
of
indie. Maybe you mixed it up
tuned
along the
out
way. Yeah.
or something. But for sure, I was like, this is a Spy Kids type or, something like
I
that.
would never watch that.
But
That
I
is-
did look for it. But then it wasn't on Netflix or anything like
yeah,
that.
it wasn't.
So-
when it-
So I was like, well, and then I don't think I could.
Oh, before we move on
Yeah.
and spoil the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It is available to rent on YouTube. That's where
Yeah,
we
that's-
found it
yeah.
and watched it for not a lot of money.
No, like
Normal
$4
renting movie. Yeah.
something. But yeah, this was awesome. Like I had so much fun with this.
Like it is
Even being as tired as I am, but it was just like not what I expected, to
and
say
also
the least.
it is one of those movies where you cheer when shit happens.
Yes, exactly.
Which is my favorite things to watch with friends.
yes.
When shit happens that you kind of expect it, but then it kind of over delivers on that expectation because you
Mhm.
don't know. Like when it starts off, you can see that the budget is low.
Yeah.
It is
Oh, yeah.
60,000 Canadian dollars.
There you go. So that's like $500.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But it is.
But
a
it
lot.
shows.
Yeah,
Like, it really shows.
really does show.
But with that said, what they've done with that money is pretty spectacular, really.
dude, it is awesome.
It's so cool. Like I loved this movie, and it deserves so much more praise, I think, than I can give it. Like I don't know the names of any of the actors apart from Michael.
Michael
Ironside.
Ironside. Because
Like-
him you've seen in a lot of stuff.
For sure. Even if you don't remember the name, like
Yeah.
you see the image of him, you're gonna recognize him for sure.
He's like the bad guy in everything. Back in
Or like the good guy that is kind of bad.
bad, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but
looks evil, yeah.
He's never really just a nice guy.
Yeah.
No. For me, I immediately think of Starship Troopers.
Yeah, shit.
Come on, you
Okay.
apes, you want to live forever. Like he's the guy that says that, and then Rico just steals it. Fucking, I hate Rico. Turbo Kid.
Turbo Kid. Yeah.
Holy shit. Set in the lovely year of 1997.
Yeah, in the post-apocalyptic.
the future.
1997.
The future of 1997.
And the film is from 2050.
So it just immediately makes no sense at all.
It's fun.
And you don't get to know what happened.
No, you don't get to know what happened.
It's just like you have skulls everywhere and severed heads.
And there is, and you're following this sort of scavenger kid, basically like Rey in The Force Awakens.
Or basically like the
And-
guy from, what's that zombie show? Post-apocalyptic zombie show with the guy collecting things and narrating. What was it called? Do you remember that one?
Like a new one
Yeah, kind of new. Netflix show.
on Netflix. Yeah. Yeah.
He was
I know
like a
which-
skateboarding dude.
Yeah. That one that we talked about on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the sunglasses, the skateboard, and the samurai sword that he didn't know how to use.
all of that. Yeah.
That he chopped into someone's finger.
It doesn't matter.
Shit, yeah.
But yeah, like
But that one.
pretty
yeah.
much. No, Turbo Kid feels like they just took everything awesome from all of the awesome, classic, iconic pop culture
Mhm.
movies and made that into a movie
Yeah.
for 60,000.
Yeah, Canadian, and it made 60,000.
No, 67.
67,000 American dollars.
So that's probably
that's more.
Yeah, or maybe
it is
not.
more. Oh, it is more.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the American dollar is better than the Canadian one.
Well,
I have no idea what I'm talking about here.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
not
making
good with
shit
the
up.
math.
Yeah, meth and stuff.
cocaine is our thing.
Cocaine is our thing.
Yeah,
So let's leave meth out of it.
exactly.
1 + 5. I'm not good at meth.
It's just simple myth. But yeah, so we follow that scavenger kid,
Mm-hmm.
and he scavenges.
Scavengers. Yeah, and then he meets a girl, and things happen.
Apple.
Called Apple. And I don't want
Yeah.
to say anything about Apple.
No,
But
she's not a
basically,
bad apple.
I think.
that's for sure.
It's so bad. That was terrible. But the cool thing about this movie, because it's a very gory movie.
Yes.
But what they don't put all their money on just making a splatter movie. They're really trying to build I guess coming of age movie.
Yeah.
Sort of like he meets this girl, and they're like spending a lot of the time building a relationship between these two characters. So that
And
I
it
guess
works.
and it does work, yeah. And it comes off pretty strong in the beginning, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
But they somehow managed to make it work. And this movie had 3 directors.
Which is insane. Like,
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that
2
before.
dudes and a chick that we don't remember the names of.
Yeah.
All credit goes to you, of course.
Yep. Look it up yourself.
Look
all
it
right?
up yourself, yeah. But what they managed to do with this budget is fucking extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like, it is a fun fucking ride. It has a bit of Mad Max in it. It has a bit of,
Star Wars.
Star Wars that we saw at least.
Yeah.
And it has all those gimmicky things that we loved as kids in,
Everything.
all those movies that we grew up watching. And also the sort of like how they took old toys and made them into things.
Exactly.
In this movie.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that
Yeah.
too. But just like there was callbacks to everything.
Yeah. It was
so
fun.
you could really tell that this was made by people like us.
Mm.
Like, I'm sure we would have a blast just hanging out with these 3
Mm.
dudes and dudette. But yeah, again, just it was such a I'd call this a unique type of movie as well. Like,
It is.
in its own way. Like,
Mm.
even if it is something that you feel like you've seen,
Mm.
it's still very unique. And
It is.
a breath of fresh air for sure.
Mm.
Like,
But I guess Kung Fury as well. But this is a full feature film.
yeah, it's got very Kung Fury type of vibes. Like,
Yeah,
even
exactly.
with the 80s type of music,
Mm.
like synthwave-ish soundtrack, which is great.
Oh, it was really good with this.
Like, I a lot of the time I could just feel myself sitting and digging just the music.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, everyone's riding a bike
Yeah,
here. There are no
BMX.
cars. It's just BMX fucking bikes
Yeah.
everywhere.
it's so
Even
great.
the baddest of the bad guys have BMXs.
Yeah,
Like, they're all just fucking biking around.
and it makes sense. You know
it
what
does
I mean?
make sense. Yeah,
Because,
everything is broken
like,
down. There is no... And they're all fighting for water, basically.
Yeah, which is what would happen, for sure.
Mhm.
Like, it's the premise of the movie is so simple,
Yeah.
but that's what makes the better type of movies, I think. I'm super happy that you showed it to me and like that you wanted to see it again.
But I love that we ended up watching this because
Yeah.
this is not something that I had at the top of my mind.
No, we started off with like, let's watch Dumb Dumber, and it went from Dumb Dumber to this.
This kid because
Yeah.
we were trying not to do like a safe bet, trying to watch something that could fail on us or something
or be awesome.
yeah, or and not just grab
Like, we remember liking this movie.
yeah. Unless it was like I loved this but I was 7
Yeah,
because I was gonna show you Beastmaster.
yeah. Oh man, that looked.
But
awesome.
we need to watch Beastmaster as well.
Yeah.
Like, not that I remember that one either, and I've seen that one recently within the, I guess, past 6 years, somewhere along that time. But I just can't remember anything. I remember him, ferrets, and one of those.
There's ferrets.
Yes.
Oh my god, I
He's the
already love
Beastmaster.
it.
He can talk to animals and have them do his thing.
Yes. Okay. So
But
it's like the Aquaman of the forest
exactly,
or land.
Aqua Forest Man.
Makes no sense.
No, makes no sense.
Forest man. Okay.
Forest Man. Forest Whitaker. We
You
remember his
remember
name.
it? Yay!
A year later, he said.
Yes.
Oh man, that name fucking haunted me for that week.
Yeah. I mean, it still does.
Yeah, it still does when I forget it.
Yeah.
But then I think about his acting in Rogue One, and I'm just fine. Not remember. I have a voice. So like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Where's Filoni?
Yeah.
This is baloney.
I was just gonna say yes. You're making me hungry again. Bring out some bologna.
Baloney.
Yeah.
I don't
So tired.
So tired.
So
yes,
yeah.
such a headache.
Oh, so good.
How are you?
What else do we have to say about Turbo Kid? Because
the thing is,
you said spoiler alert,
but I don't want to spoil. There is nothing like you just need to watch this movie. It's a fucking fun ride.
Good
Grab a couple of
well.
friends.
Yeah,
the pacing is
it's good.
So good in this movie for being a cheap
as shitty a movie as it is.
Yeah, like
because it is a shitty movie.
It is a shitty movie. Like
but
it's consistent.
Yeah,
you know,
a good type of shitty movie.
And when the splatter kicks in, it's a lot of practical stuff and it's a lot of fun fucking creative ways
to splatter people.
Oh man, they have some fun fucking things. Like the guy that runs and falls, like love it. But I just don't want to say anything more because it is just a great ride.
Yeah. Yeah,
and the effects are like when they do the more sort of science fiction-y effects, you know, like lasers or whatever. That stuff looks so cheap.
Yeah,
but the practical stuff combined with the digital stuff, that is fucking.
It sells
awesome. It sells it really well.
Yeah.
And it's also just fun. Just watch it. If you're gonna do something in the new year, watch Turbo Kid. Have one goal.
Yeah. And then they had made a movie previous to this one called The Summer of '84, right?
Oh, shit. I think that one is after.
Really?
I'm not sure,
okay,
though.
But they made another movie at least.
Yeah. And that looks like a lot of fun.
Promising.
Yeah. It's sort of like Stranger Things. Goonies, blah, blah. It's that type of movie again.
But like more actual horror or like slasher, I think, probably.
Or like thriller, maybe. I don't know. Like... Because they're kids. I don't think they're going to murder the kids.
I think
they think so?
Because this guy was a kid. Like, Turbo Kid is still a kid.
Oh, that is true.
You know,
okay. Yeah.
What is he, like 14, 15 years old?
No. He looks like 16, 17, I would say.
He's still a kid.
But it is, So they have done more movies worth checking out.
So I'm definitely going to find that one. That looked very interesting. I think probably more something that I would like rather than you. Like,
but what I like about it is, remember that movie, I think it was... Shit, what was the movie where they spy on the neighbor and...
Disturbia?
No, older. I'm thinking older. Because remember that one with... Might not even have been... Maybe I'm mixing it up. Didn't Tom Hanks play in one of those as well? Where the neighbor is some kind of murderer or something?
The Burbs.
Oh, like, that's what it was called?
Jävel till granne.
Yeah, that was what it was called. But I'm not thinking about that one. I'm thinking of a kid spying on his neighbor as well.
Because there is a kid, like Corey Feldman is in The Burbs and spying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be it then.
Yeah. That is a great movie. That is...
Haven't seen that in ages.
It's funny. Like, it's just really funny. Very nostalgia.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, love that movie as a kid. Don't remember shit about it, though, like, trying to think back.
Yeah. But I wonder which one you're thinking of then.
Am I thinking of Fright Night, maybe?
Is
it? Because doesn't he see his neighbor do something?
Yeah, and then turns out he's a vampire.
Yeah, and then he gets that TV host, right? That vampire hunter TV host dude. That one I would like to see again, because I remember loving Fright Night. I rented that movie, I don't even know how much money. Like, it cost me $1 to rent, and I rented it often.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I know I have at least the new one. Like, Colin Farrell is in the new one.
Okay, I haven't seen the new one. I know they made a remake.
It's not very good, I think. But I might have the original one, too. If anything, like...
Because you remember, we loved vampires so much.
Still do. Like
the Twilight movies, right?
Yeah. Team Jacob.
Team Jacob,
yeah. Go Fluffball.
It's because I inspire you.
Please don't. Yeah. No, I was thinking of Confessions of a Vampire interview.
Interview
with a Vampire.
Yeah, but that is a really good movie.
Yeah, that's like
that
crazy.
I haven't seen in ages.
Same.
So it might just suck because it has Kirsten Dunst.
Her first first movie.
But
But also Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Like,
and I never thought about it.
And Antonio Banderas.
Oh shit! Yeah, they're all in it.
Mhm.
Holy dicks! Yeah.
Yeah, like actual holy dicks.
Mhm.
These, they belong in like a museum.
Mhm.
All of these dicks.
Mhm. Mhm. Definitely, Robert. Keep going with the jokes.
Dicks?
With
Yeah,
the dick jokes.
circumcised. All of them.
Oh, by the way, I
Circumcision.
found a song that starts with sort of like saying the phrase "bag of dicks," and I posted it when I released the episode last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What? Oh my God.
I'll play it to you later.
I missed it.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Bag of dicks.
No, yeah, it's
Okay.
really good.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing else.
I have
like-
nothing. Mando is like over.
yeah, and
there
no
was-
Christmas special, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. The
Lie to me.
internet lied to me.
Mhm.
But there was something like with it. No, they released a new behind the scenes.
Ooh.
That was it. So
Yeah,
like
okay, cool. I'll
a
check that
new gallery thing.
Mhm.
So that was it.
That is good though.
So it just semi lied to me.
But damn,
Yeah.
the last episode was good.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. I feel like ashamed that we were so tired last time
Talking
to
about
not like
I don't
hype it
remember.
up more. But I'm still just
I'm
as
still
tired.
very.
Yeah. So it was
I just
amazing.
feel my energy just like, hey guys, I'm coming.
Yeah. More or less.
It's been like that, ups and downs.
Yeah. That's Cyberpunk for you.
That is Cyberpunk for me, and it's a great game now that I'm started doing more side missions.
So really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Like, cause there are 3 types of missions. There's the main story.
Yep.
There are the side jobs, and then
Yeah.
there's the gigs. So gigs is basically go there, get computer, kill everything, or sneak.
Okay, so
And those are
like very
very-
short and
Yeah, and they're very the same.
okay.
Where the side jobs are like, they start very like you don't know where you're gonna end up. Like someone needs your help, and in every district around the town, there's a fixer. A fixer is a guy that gets jobs. Like people contact him,
Like a
and then
handler.
that guy handles.
Yeah.
Like, oh V, I want you to handle this because you're good at this, and I only trust you with this mission or something. And then that's how you get some of these cooler side jobs. So I've gotten some really good ones now, and they're not so much shooting. They're like, okay, we need to find this lost kid, or or he's been abducted, or something has happened to this person, or we need to find the truth about this, and then you have to investigate these things with your
Cool.
depending on how you've built your character. You can either like strong arm it, or like the way that I am very sort of hacker / intelligence based, so I don't kill that many people if I don't have to. So I'll do the more Batman investigation thing, which is also a lot of fun. So
I mean, it sounds amazing.
so
It really does.
so it's getting more interesting now that I'm not just trying to level up.
Nice.
So it is. It looks very promising.
But that's cool. I mean, you have been playing it for like 3 weeks now almost.
I don't know how long. Not 3 weeks, but maybe 1.5, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
At least.
Yeah.
Uh,
So now
but
it's
but
getting,
but it's cool that you played it for so long, and now it's starting to like even get better.
better.
Like,
Yeah, because at some point when I was doing the gigs, I was like, "Is this gonna be the rest of the game?"
mm,
But no, it was just because I wasn't doing the main mission, and I'm happy that I waited, because I'm able to make choices I wouldn't have been able to make without the skills that I've sort of built on. So, if you progress too fast, you can't say yes to things, or you can't use your abilities because you don't have any. So it is a very, very fun game to play in that sense.
nice. Yeah. Again, like I'm gonna wait until PlayStation 5. So like, who knows? Whenever I'm gonna have enough money to actually get that, and then get the
And
game.
then get the game.
So
and-
yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah.
As in 22. But yeah, fuck, I got nothing. Happy days.
yeah, man.
Let's go throw
Let's
some
go,
darts.
Go throw some darts and go home and sleep.
Yeah,
And maybe we'll actually sleep tonight.
probably not.
Learn from our past mistakes.
Learn
No.
from me. Yes. Oh, what's that? That was Fired Up. Do you remember that movie
No.
with the cheerleading camp? Like the two dudes. They
Oh shit! Yeah. Why did they go there for chicks? Right.
For chicks.
And then they were part of the team. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they
the blonde guy and the dark-haired friend, right?
Yeah. Pretty much like
every other movie.
Yeah.
But
I did enjoy that movie. I think like it was a lot of fun when we saw it back then.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was when we were young and dumb. So.
Yeah. But they did flips as well, and we did that too. And we're like, oh,
that was
we could
probably.
go to chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get chicks.
That was probably. That sounds like the dumbass.
Yes, and that sounds like the song that we are waiting for. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening, as always.
Sorry.
For always. And tune in next week to find out what we did during this upcoming week. And it's just going to be just as much fun as every other time.